Hello, today's lecture is more exercises, silent exercises really, to begin with, for the right hand. When I taught about how to hold a bow, just to remind you, round thumb, relaxed and round little finger, and the rest of the fingers just hang across the bow, like that. Yeah. Then I gave you this exercise where you had to turn the hand, the entire arm really, and control the bow while you tap with a little finger. Now today's exercises are about combining the strength you need with the flexibility you're going to need. So I want you to start with the bow upright, because this way it's easier to relax. The bow's not all that heavy, so arm straight in front, and you slowly curl all your fingers up, and you move your hand up a bit as well. Then you straighten your hand out again. Now the point of contact, where they lie, the fingers lie on top of the bow, that doesn't change. Your bow just moves inside the hand. You curl the fingers up and down a little bit. Now, when you can do that, you have to rotate it sideways until the bow is horizontal, and you make the same movement. Curl the hand and straighten it out. Curl and straighten it out. Yeah. Now, this is important later on for bow changes. You can make it smoother if you have a more relaxed wrist, but also if you play really fast notes, you use less bow, and you don't want to use the entire arm. You can do, but then you're moving an entire arm, which is a lot more energy than just moving your hand, the muscles on the inside of your hand. So when you do long pieces, it really matters that you don't waste any energy. It's yeah, so that's one of the exercises I want you to really get used to. It will become essential later on, not immediately, but flexibility is never a bad thing to have. Now we just moved the bow sideways, essentially, yeah, left to right. Now I want you to also be able to go down and up without losing that little finger. So right now all my fingers are curled, my hand is pointing up, and now we're going to lower the entire hand until all the fingers are straight, so on both sides of the bow, and now you straighten it. And this exercise, well, it will allow you to change strengths very quickly when it's necessary. Yeah, so that is another one. But more importantly, this exercise leads to the next one, where you're going to try to make circles without losing control. It's a combination of the two exercises, up and down and left and right. And you learn to do this in both directions. So very slowly, it looks like. So when you learn this, I'm going to put the violin there. It's good to just secure your arm with the other hand, so you limit the movement to just the wrist and the fingers. Now this is a ridiculously useful exercise because there's a lot of patterns in music, and one of them is that comes back is just yeah. So it's continuous change of string between every single note, very often used in classical music. So let me show you. Where is my camera? Not there. Here. So this is a combination of when we did the up and down one, and the left and right one. So and just make sure that the movement happens completely from the hand. And when you can do it in one direction, when you can turn in one direction, then just learn to turn in the opposite direction. These things come in handy everywhere. Once you start playing faster, you need very quick string changes, very smoothly. Having flexibility in your finger while without losing control of where your fingers are is massively important. So that's why I gave you these two exercises quite early on. If it's beyond you, try again next week and take your time. Well, yeah, that's it. Good luck. Take care.